Hello, FBC Salinas. This is Pastor John coming to you with another edition of the Midweek Refresher video, where I desire to do two things. Number one, provide you information. Number two, provide you inspiration in the middle of your week. I say this every single week. I hope your week is going well, and if not, may this video serve as a reminder that our God is with us, that He's walking with us, and that He will not let us down. So let's get to the informational portion of the video, shall we? First bit of information is that this upcoming Saturday, February 17th, we have the opportunity, the privilege to go down to Chinatown and serve alongside the ministry of Closer Walk. We will gather here at 1 o'clock if you're interested in helping with the meal and preparing the meal. And if you're not interested in doing that, but you'd like to go down with us, we're going to be here around 2:30, and we will head down there. We'll carpool, and then we get to serve the meal to the people down in Chinatown. It is always a great time. And if you have some concerns or you've never done this before, you don't know what to expect, here's what I can tell you to expect. Expect to see God use you in ways that you didn't think possible. And also expect to see God move in the people's lives that we get to minister to. Not only are we ministering to them, they are ministering to us. And so please join us. If you have questions about this, email Tracy at fbcsalinas.com. She'll answer those questions. And I encourage you to participate in this great ministry. We've been doing this for quite a while now, and it is always a great time. So that's this upcoming Saturday. And we will be back to the church, by the way, at around 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So that's the first announcement. Second announcement is that this upcoming Sunday, February 18th, from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. in my office, we are having a new members class. If you have questions about membership, if you're curious about what the church's core values are and how we live this out, please feel free to join us for this class. It'll take place over the next 3 to 4 Sundays. We get to know each other a little bit better, get to understand how God has used this church over the years to make an impact for His kingdom, and answer any issues or questions that you may very well have. And so that's this Sunday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. If you're interested in membership, please join us for this. Let us know if you're interested at info@fbcsalinas.com. I wish I could speak more clearly at times. So there it is. So if you're interested, please email us at info@fbcsalinas.com. Hope you'll join us as we talk about membership. Hey, this next announcement is a little ways off, but it's not that far away. This church has had the privilege of being in existence for 150 years. And on May 4th of this year, we're going to be having a banquet here to celebrate that very anniversary. And so you'll hear more about this in the coming weeks, but I want you to put that on your calendar. May 4th, we'll have a banquet that evening, and it'll be a great time of celebrating God's faithfulness to us over these years, and as well as celebrating how God continues to move in our midst. And so that is May 4th. Please put that date in your calendar. That would be great. And then last announcement is this. Holy Week is coming up. It goes from March 24th to March 31st. Know this, that we will be having a Seder dinner. We will have a Good Friday service of shadows. We will celebrate the resurrection of our Lord on March 31st with a sunrise service, then a pancake breakfast that will serve as also a fundraiser for the student ministry, and also celebrating His resurrection at a corporate worship service at 10:30, which is preceded by an egg hunt that the children get to participate in there. So a lot of information. Some of it's very near this weekend. Some of it's not so near. Holy Week, as well as the 150-year celebration. Put those dates on your calendar. We look forward to celebrating those events with you. All right, so that's it for the announcements. We are now in week 2 of our Seek God series. And I want to encourage you to spend some time looking and reading over Psalm 27. That's what we're going to be looking at this upcoming Sunday. This rich psalm, and all the psalms are rich, I get that. This psalm it just has some observations that I'm simply going to gloss over here real quickly, and we'll dive a little bit more into them this upcoming Sunday. But notice David's intent here. He says this: Yahweh is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Yahweh is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? He opens this psalm and he's proclaiming the fact that God gives him strength, that Yahweh is the one who's going to take care of him, that he doesn't need to be afraid. Why does he put that in there? Here's why. Because there's plenty in life that makes us afraid. There's plenty in life that arises within us fears and anxieties. David addresses who God is immediately, and then he says this a little bit later on in verse 4. Listen to this. One thing I ask from Yahweh, and notice this only do I seek. There's that word again, seek. That I may dwell in the house of Yahweh all the days of my life, to gaze on the beauty of Yahweh and to seek him in his temple. To seek him in his temple. To dwell in the house of Yahweh all the days of his life. What's he driving at here? Here's what he's driving at. He's driving at the presence of God. He desires to seek God's presence in his life no matter what comes his way. He starts the psalm by proclaiming who God is, that God is this stronghold, that he's the one who takes care of him, that gives him the strength, and therefore he doesn't need to fear anything. He starts with that, and then he goes into the fact that he's being pursued by people that seek his harm, seek to harm him, and yet he says, in that experience of having people come at me, there's only one thing I want to do, and that's seek you. I think in life we easily get distracted, at least I do, get distracted by so many things. And yet, what do we need to do? Seek him. When we seek him, and notice what David says here, he says, the only thing I do. Listen to verse 4 again. One thing I ask from Yahweh, this only do I seek. It's my prayer that throughout the rest of this week, and not just throughout the rest of this week, that throughout each and every day of our lives, that it would be the one thing we seek. And it's not a thing, it's a person. It's Jesus Christ. That we would seek him. No matter the anxieties, no matter the good times, no matter the bad times, no matter the distractions, that we would seek him, that we would seek his presence in our lives. So may that motivate you. May that remind you that our God, when we seek him, we're reminded once again that he's our stronghold, that he will walk with us no matter what comes our way. So hey, let's do that this week, shall we? Let's seek after him with all of our heart, mind, soul, and strength in all that we do and all that we say. God bless you. Have a great rest of the day and have a great rest of the week. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.